on the level. Keep it on the level.
What is going on, everybody? It's Darkwave Heroes here. Welcome back to yet another banger of a tech video where today we're going to be talking about what I think may be the best budget back-to-school laptop of 2021. So let's find out why. Now, the thing I love about this laptop is that it comes at a variety of different price points. You can have your cheapest to your most expensive, your cheapest being about $480 and your most expensive being about $1,000. The two I really recommend for you though is the $570 variant and the $670 variant. I personally bought the $670 variant because that works for me as a content creator and editor. I definitely think I need that computer power. However, for school, the $500 and $70 variant will pretty much crush anything you need as a high school student and maybe even as a college student depending on your major. So keeping that in mind, that $570 to $670 price point, let's pull up our liftoff checklist and talk about the three things I think are most important in a budget back to school laptop. So this list is going from least important to most important. The least important I think is the build, however definitely important. I think you need to have something durable, something light that won't hold down your bag too much, and something that generally looks decent. Obviously you're going to be bringing this to school and other places and you don't want something that looks like a cardboard box. So aesthetic and build are very important. Number two is the battery life. Obviously you don't want to be plugging this laptop in all the time. So a decent battery life to get you through the entire day without plugging in would be ideal. And number three, of course, the performance. Is it fluid? Can it crush all of the programs you're going to throw at it during the school year? That's what we're going to be evaluating in this liftoff checklist. So let's start off with the build. I think the build here is phenomenal. I actually really like it. One of the things that I love about it is that it kind of looks like a upscale, like more expensive laptop than it really is. It has all the features of one that you'd probably buy for $1,000 per se. You're gonna get that backlit keyboard for those of us who are procrastinators and are going to be typing in deep nighttime. You're also gonna get your 3 USB ports, which is perfect for those of us who are trying to charge other devices on the go in the library or at school. And you have your DC charging input. Not the most efficient way to charge a laptop. I would have loved to see micro USB-C charging, but at this price point, I completely understand. In addition to that, you're going to have your HDMI port so you can be able to connect this to a monitor if you wish, which is perfect because that means you can have your home setup connected to a monitor and then take your laptop on the go to school or to the library or to wherever and really have that easy connectivity whether at home or to go. In terms of weight, it's only about 4 pounds, so nothing too crazy. I definitely was a bit surprised of how big the laptop actually is in person. It looks much smaller on Amazon and on the website, so be prepared to have a pretty, big laptop, which I personally like, because that means you're gonna get a better screen. The display size is about 15.6 inches wide diagonally, so definitely gonna have a good size screen for your homework, Zoom classes if you're gonna still have it, and of course, your occasional YouTube binge watch. So yeah, all in all, I like the build, I like the look. It has that nice glossy finish at the top, nice and thin, almost MacBook style design. And I think it really does well. It suits itself at its price point. Nothing too crazy, nothing too showy or flashy, but stays under the radar, looks dope, feels dope, and it's pretty durable. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10 for the build. It's a solid build. On the website, it says that the laptop averages out at about 7 hours of playtime. I think that's a bit of a stretch. If you're like me and you're not using battery saver mode, you're watching at a pretty high brightness, I'm gonna say about 4 to 5 hours, more like 5 hours per charge. Now, that's not the best battery life. There's definitely laptops out there that will give you more, but then that's again something you're gonna have to sacrifice for a cheaper laptop. So you're definitely gonna wanna bring your charger with you on the go. My school hours are about 6 hours, so I think this will get me through a full school day. And if you're also somebody who has 6 hours of school, I think you'll be fine if you're on full battery, simply because obviously you're not using your laptop for 6 hours straight. So don't worry about that. But as a content creator, I would have liked to see a little bit more battery life without plugging in. So I'm gonna go with about a 6.5 out of 10 for battery life. Not the greatest, not the worst. It gets the job done, and we're not gonna complain about it. let's talk about the performance. So for you spec heads out there, I'm just going to pull up the specs to the two best variants of the bunch in my opinion. That's the $580 variant and of course the $670 variant, the one that I got. The only difference is that the $670 variant has 8 gigabytes more RAM and 200 gigabytes more storage. So if you're somebody who knows they're going to download more applications, more photos, more whatever you're going to download, definitely get the $670 variant so you have that space just in case. And you can also get a little bit more kick to your speed with that 16 gigabytes of RAM. However, I'd like to stress that both these variants will crush pretty much anything you throw at it in a school environment. So we're talking Google searches, YouTube, browsing, Netflix, all of those, and of course your Google applications, Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google Presentations, any of that is going to be crushed by this laptop. And if you're in college and you're doing computer science per se, this will also kill that. So pretty much either the 8 gigabyte or the 16 gigabyte variant will definitely be a great buy. Now, in terms of actual practicality and my experience with it, you're always gonna want to have it on top of something so there's at least air flowing through the laptop. Speaking of airflow, so if you have this straight on a desk or on your lap, for example, I think is the best example, without any air ventilation, it will start getting a little bit loud. However, it's not too big of an issue as long as you move it around for a couple of seconds, cool down, and then you'll be all set. Now, I've used this for multiple back-to-school summer projects and assignments already, and I've noticed almost no lagging or slowdowns, so I'm pretty content with that. And just for reference, this video and the video before this one has been edited with that laptop. Not only do the specs help this laptop out, but so does the display. The display is a 1080p HD display, so you're gonna have your pretty standard stuff. 60 Hz, 1080p makes for a pretty decent experience. I've watched plenty of movies and shows already on this laptop, and I gotta say, it looks pretty dope, looks pretty good, and I'm very happy with my purchase. It's not gonna blow you away with its crispiness or its flow and fluidity, but it's going to get the job done, and it's going to do it well for its price point. So for the performance, I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10 because I think it does a great job considering the price. There are a couple of drawbacks, as I said, with that overheating issue and that once in a while lagging because of that heating issue. But other than that, you should be set. And so the final average of this laptop is, I need to get a calculator. The final average for this product is about a 7.1 out of 10, which I think is pretty good considering the price range. Mid-range laptop, good budget for back-to-school shoppers, and will get the job done. Can't complain. There are a couple of drawbacks, as I said in this video, but all in all, I think it's a great product that I've enjoyed using for the past couple of weeks. And I think that if you are looking for a laptop for back to school and you're on a budget, this might be the best one out there at the moment. Links in the description if you want to pick it up as usual. And of course, comment down below what you think about this comp. If you have a laptop that's been on your mind lately and you think that might be a better option, put all that in the comment section below. I want to hear your questions, concerns, comments, really anything to do with tech. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, you are a G, a legend, and I really appreciate it. It would really make my day if you hit that subscribe button because we're making new content just like this one, even back to school related, every single Friday. So make sure to hit that post notification bell as well. I'm Starquake Heroes. Remember to be a hero, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.